Hi guys, I'm Rav and I'm Allison. Hello. Hi guys, I'm Rav
and I'm Allison, and we're the Lumps.
Yeah. So our channel is gonna be like rants, stories, other things. Yeah, weird challenges, random things. So
this is, as you can tell, this channel is very specifically oriented.
So specific.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, so in case you didn't know, this is the programming cuber.
Yeah, if you came from my Instagram or possibly my channel, if you came from any of my other accounts, you might know is the programming cuber. Okay, so this is not a cubing channel, like at all, just putting that out there in case anyone expected like cubing on this channel. There's not gonna be any, unless she wants to do a challenge with me.
We should do like blindfold me.
We could do something like that, but otherwise it's not actually cubing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if you for some reason are someone who is a cuber, like 1 in a million people that are a cuber that are watching this channel, you should go subscribe to my other channel.
Yeah. So today we're gonna
introduce the channel by doing a
little rant story session for marching band.
Because since this is our channel and we're both band members, if you're also in marching band, you realize that like when you become band members, like band is life.
It's just
so like when we figured as our first video on this channel we should talk about band. Especially
disclaimer: most of our videos will have something.
We're gonna mention band a lot. So I think you're gonna know more about our marching band than anyone else does, because we're just gonna talk about it all the time. Like,
so today's gonna be like rants, stories, weird things in general.
Yeah.
Band camp.
So I guess also some of this is for people who like are doing haven't done band, because like
if you want to know how it is.
This is either relatable or like you can like hear about this.
Yeah.
Because like I think for most people, some people go through something like this. Yeah. Not like specifically some of these stories, but
yeah. So into the video.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is just band camp in general.
Yeah.
So if you are a marching band member, you know about band camp probably, and you probably have
some schools don't go away to camp,
but like they still have a band camp type thing.
It might not be as like intense, if
maybe
intense.
I guess it depends on like the size of your marching band.
And like the competitiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a word.
That's a word.
So do you want to start?
Okay, so no water. Yeah, that's nice.
That's really, I guess that depends on your band director.
But like I feel like it's just general. So
you'll hear about our band director a lot. We're not gonna use any names here.
I just couldn't call her band director.
But like you'll hear about our band director a lot.
She's great, but like
we have a love-hate relationship with our band director.
4 hours, one 5-minute snack break.
And that includes our water break.
That's like and then like 2 other like just water breaks. Yeah. Which is like gush and go. Like
that's our phrase. Is gush and go.
Anyway, so it's like great, no water.
Yeah.
Not dying at all.
The heat.
Sunburn. I don't get sunburn. I get tan. But for all you white people out there, sorry.
This is not.
Some of them tan. Some of them tan. But like some of them just get burned.
Some of them go lobster. Like some of them really go lobster. We turn into like burnt toast.
Burnt toast. Okay, so story time.
Yeah, these are stories from during our band camp. So
we'll call this person Sally.
Sally. Okay.
So we have so. We were rooming, right? We were rooming together and we had 3 other people in our room. So one of them was Sally.
We were on the field, like in band camp, and she it's like the morning. She walks away and like her nose is like
gushing blood.
It's like gushing blood. So you just sit on the sidelines for like it was the beginning of practice.
Yeah, and then it like stopped, so she came back in.
But then that night,
in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., I hear like things like happening, I don't know what, and I wake up and I'm like, what is this? So I look over from the top and I see Sally like thrashing around on the bed. I'm like, oh my god. And she's like, and her nose is bleeding, and she's like bleeding, like gushing blood. Not like a drop. It's like, so there's blood on her like bed, like her bed sheets,
she's like holding a cap, like a baseball cap?
No, she wasn't holding it.
It was just
she
on there?
leaned over the bed and the cap, like her baseball cap was on the floor and she bled on that too. And we turned on the lights, we're like, what is happening?
The entire room woke up. The entire room was like, what is going on? Like,
that poor girl ruined her hat.
So
she runs out of the room. Goes straight to the bathroom or something, I guess.
Sink, I don't know, whatever,
and like contains it, comes out. We were all awake by that time. So.
All right, next story.
Oh, next. This
is involving just both of us. Yeah. So we're we're
still in the room. We're still in the room. Everyone else is still there.
It was on the same night. I was on the bottom bunk. She's on the top bunk, and I hear like rustling, like shaking and like squeaking on our bunk bed at 4 a.m. I open my eyes and I'm like, I see freaking she's climbing down the bunk bed, and I was like, what is going on? Like that, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, the entire bed is shaking. I'm like, what is going on?
I had to get water.
Yeah, she looks at me. She's like, yeah, she like comes down and like grabs water and goes back up. And I wake up in the morning. I was like, why were you climbing down the bunk bed at 4 a.m.? She was like, I was thirsty.
I kept the water bottle with me as I slept.
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing?
But what is this, number 4? I don't even know. Number 4? 5? 3?
Yeah, so this is the biggest story. This is the mac and cheese.
So we have a microwave, right? Nobody's gonna be like cooking food. We just brought like the prepackaged stuff that heats up, you know, or like frozen stuff. And so a bunch of people brought I brought mac and cheese, other people brought mac and cheese, some people brought ramen, you know.
Sally brought mac and cheese.
Right? Sally brought, but this isn't about Sally. This is about another girl. Let's call this one Katie, okay? Katie.
Okay.
I was going to the shower. I walked out of my room, I had my towel and all my stuff, and I was like, okay, gonna take a shower. And I see smoke billowing out of the microwave. I go and I'm like, what is this? And I open the microwave and all this smoke comes out, and now the whole like dormitory is like clouded with smoke, okay?
It was actually like, it felt like we're just like almost suffocating.
And I looked inside the microwave and there's this black charred lump of like mac and cheese.
The remains of the mac and cheese. Like,
so like the bowl had like melted down into like, it just down, like it wasn't a bowl anymore, and the pasta was like black and charred and it was molded together. So now like everyone's coming out of their rooms because they're like, what is the smoke? And I'm like, they're like, whose is this, right? Like who put the mac and cheese? And nobody says anything. And I'm like, wait a second, like the only reason that could have like become like that is because you didn't put water.
Or didn't put enough water.
Like we figured out the situation, opened like a bunch of windows and whatever. And I was walking to the shower now, this time, like actually to go to the shower. And this girl, Katie, I hear her go, but like I put enough water. And I was like, honey, you probably forgot. Like,
no, those people. And you don't realize this is like we get our room checked like every night before they do lights out. So we're like freaking out. We're like, oh my god, the smell. It lingered for like the rest of camp.
Yeah, and then there was these girls who refused to open their door to like circulate the air.
So we were doing like,
I was like, honey.
We were like going around like those missionaries, like knocking on the door. We're like, hey, can you open the window?
Yeah, and the door too. Number 5. Great.
So before we talk about one of the girls in that room,
fun times. So, if you didn't know, so she plays clarinet. Okay. Oh, if you didn't know, you couldn't tell. So I'm in Drumline. So last year, whatever, I was a bass 1. So not like can't see over it or anything.
The
but
smallest
like,
bass drum.
Yeah, it's not that small. It was, you know, like 3rd day of band camp, maybe second or 3rd day of band camp. But it was in the night, and so they had like those lights on, like the. You know, like lights,
like in the stadiums where they have like the really big, like when they have night games, but it's like low quality versions of those.
Yeah. And they put them right behind the drum majors, so I couldn't like. When you look, you can't see them because it's all the light.
You're getting blinded. Basically.
Whatever. So it's dark. You can't see the lines on the field or anything. And we have this ramp in our show, okay? And it's a ramp, you know, it's a ramp. It's made of wood.
Yeah.
And I am marching, and all of a sudden, I just find myself on the floor. Like, I think I blacked out for a second. Because I was marching, like, towards the ramp, and we're supposed to go around it. But I think my foot like tripped on the ramp, and I like fell forward, my bass drum rolls off, and like my harness came And I was just like, what happened? And the band director was like, stop! Are you okay?
And the best part about this was I had no idea what happened. What happened was like she came back to the dorm and she's like, I need to fix myself because like her whole leg, both of her legs are bleeding.
The wooden ramp had like splintered things, so like I had like scars all over my legs.
Yeah. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, you didn't hear the band director yell stop? And I was like, oh, that was for you?
Yeah, the band director was like, are you okay? Do you need to sit out? And
I thought it was because we messed something up royally or something, and she's like, no!
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, so I didn't realize someone got
that
hurt.
was pretty bad.
So she like comes in and she's like dying and bleeding.
And I had one of our roommates was putting like Neosporin on the bandages. She was handing it to me.
And she's like, freaking
I also had my leg in the shower. So like I opened the shower door thing and like stuck one of my legs in there to like wash the blood.
It was a process. It was interesting. And then right after that, we went to like our team building activities in the rec room.
The icebreakers.
Yeah.
Number 6, these girls that wouldn't open their room. So let's call this girl Mary.
Sure.
Mary.
Why are you giving all these people like old white people names?
I don't know. That's racist.
Shut up.
And we'll call the other one
Jean.
Jean. Let's call her Jean. So we have
Jean and Mary.
Mary and Jean. Sounds like a guy. They're both girls.
Yeah, they're both girls.
So Mary was in color guard. She was trash. She didn't everybody practiced before band camp, but she obviously did not, because they had to have another color guard shadow her around the field because she didn't know where her drill was, like where she was supposed to be. And I don't know what happened, but it was like
she twisted her ankle, but also she got into a fight with the band director.
Yeah, so
it was.
I don't know what happened first.
Yeah,
but we'll just
not like a fight. It was like a disagreement. There's
so
no
they were talking to each, the band director and her were having some kind of conversation. I don't know what it was about actually.
Probably about her attitude or something.
Yeah, she had a bad attitude.
Yeah.
She really not best person. And apparently she called our band director
a
female dog.
Yeah.
To her, I think it was to her face. She shows up to lunch and sits at our table,
which we didn't want her there, honestly.
But we're not gonna kick her out.
Yeah, because they were because they were in our cabin. They just kind of formed this table.
Yeah,
and,
there was 4 or 5 people there. I was like, get out! Why are you here?
But we don't actually know you that well.
There wasn't space for us.
We had to squeeze into our own table. We're like.
But she comes in and she's crying. She's like, oh my god, you don't understand. I have family problems and I don't know. My family hates me. And I'm like, what does that have to do
with your
anything?
Attitude?
Yeah,
I mean, I know it can affect people, emotionally affect people, but the sign of
going to that extent.
Yeah, the sign of you being a good person is if you are able to move past that.
And she's crying about that, and I'm like, no one asked.
If you were actually a good person, you would take that and use it for
but not her
purpose rather than using it as an excuse for something.
So she was just straight up crying, I don't even know what she was saying. And then that was when she said that. She was like, I called her that, and I was like, okay.
She refused to eat her food. She sat down and she's like, I'm not eating.
Hunger strike? What?
Yeah, I don't know. She was doing a mini hunger strike, but how was it?
You paid to be here?
Yeah. How was the director gonna notice she was doing a hunger strike? And we noticed, but that's only because we were sitting at the table.
Yeah,
and she was
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But
so then something, I don't know, something happened. She twisted or broke her ankle, and she left. Her parents picked her up from band camp. She wasn't in the band. And she had the nerve to come back this year and try out again.
Okay, anyway, so the other person is Jean, right?
Jean.
Yeah, Jean. So the other person is Jean.
This girl's just annoying.
Yeah, she's just annoying. Also, she didn't shower.
So the football game shows are kind of rehearsals for the competitions. They don't really matter. If you mess up, it's
whatever.
Yeah. It's just your
you have to try,
watching.
But
yeah.
Also half of them aren't watching anyway. So.
Yeah. So we had this part in our show where we had to put all of our drums down and then go to these other drums that were set up on this taco.
It was the drum break.
It's called a taco.
It was a drum break.
Taco. It was a drum break, yeah. So we had, there's like drums and like propane tanks, and so
we also sound very mechanical because our show was
man versus machine.
Yeah, so that was the machines,
stuff, robots. I don't know. Yeah. So we put down our drums behind the ramp that I tripped on before, and like run around and like play. So before the show, like those drums are supposed to have mallets on them, yeah. So before the show, the guy, our tech, goes to this other guy, let's call him Sam. he tells him, like, he's like, your drum doesn't have mallets on it, so bring your marching sticks from your marching drum to that drum and then take them back when you go back. This kid forgets, so he's running, like he's bass 3. So he's running, and then he like realizes, and the closest drum was my drum, so he grabs my sticks and takes them to that thing where all the other stuff is.
And they're playing.
And he plays with them and whatever. Like I didn't know that he had my sticks because I was already there, and I was like it's okay if you take my sticks, you know, it's fine. So for the slow section, me and like 3 or 4 other people go on the ramp and stuff and do like artistic hand movements and things. Yeah. So then after that, when I came back, I was like, I don't have any sticks. Like they're not on my drum. And I freaked out. And like I put it on and we had to go. And I yelled to the like my friend behind me. She was a senior, so she was like, I know, you know. So I yelled. I was like, I don't have any sticks. She's like, what the heck? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, okay, I'll cover your part. So bass 2 covered bass 1 and but bass 2's part. Sounded like trash. And I marched like last movement of our show with no sticks. I didn't play anything. When I got off, like when we finished the show, Sam was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I took your sticks. And I was like, you think? Like, he's like, I forgot to put them back. And I was like,
really?
The percussion teacher was so mad. That's another story. Like
it was, you know, long story short, it was a great show.
I was super mad at that time, but it's just hilarious now. Like,
yeah, it's funny after.
Yeah. Like it's not like it was a competition or anything.
It was our first football game show. Like.
Yeah. Drumline people are like high.
Drumline is a cult. That's
high. All the time.
It's a high cult. What?
High cult? Sounds like there's like an order of cults. It's like the high.
Okay, so
whatever.
So the drumline is a cult, and
they're really weird. And there's this one kid. We'll call
Kevin.
him Kevin. Yeah, we'll call him Kevin.
So Kevin.
Right, Kevin. This kid is like he's hilarious, but he's so weird. Okay, like
he's a snare drummer.
So weird, yeah. And like when you like stand in the line, it's like the quads, the snares, and he's the last snare, and I'm the first bass drum, so he always stands next to me. Really weird, that kid. Just and so I don't know. This kid just starts this. Okay, first of all, he made this song, and then after that, he made a Rav chant, where basically he just goes Rav, 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 Rav.
So it like accelerates and gets louder. So it's like Rav, 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 Rav.
Since this is Drumline, they start splitting the chant and they go Ratchet. That's like my full name or whatever. Yeah. And they start going Ratchet, Ratchet, and I'm like.
So wait, hold on. So you have to. So one person keeps going Rav, 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 and then they go Ratchet, Ratchet, like
the other person goes says the second part. So it's like whatever. Yeah. And they did it on like the bus ride. Sometimes I don't know when this started.
And they took their stick and banged the ceiling of the bus.
Yeah. So
it was like rap.
There was like bass mallets and like drumsticks banging on the ceiling. Oh, more things
about her and the drumline.
Because Drumline has this practice room, and practice room doors are see-through. Yeah, they're soundproof, but they're see-through. So like. I changed into my uniform and I was just standing outside the practice room because that's where like, you know, and I just see like 4 guys wearing boxers standing there. And I'm like, what the? I was just like, okay, great. And honestly, after seeing that all season, I don't even care anymore. Like it's just normal.
Yeah, and apparently they like tried to cover up. This is like a big door.
Wait, listen. Okay, that's the best part. So so what happened was there's like 4 of them standing there in their boxers, right? And one of the girls, like in the band room, like this practice room is inside the band room. So one of the girls was like doing her hair in the band room, right? There's girls in there, like 6 or 7, I don't know. And she turns around and sees them and screams, straight up just screams. And I was like, oh no, a damage control. So then I knock on the door and this Kevin opens it, goes what? And I'm like, dude, like, he's like, oh, okay, shuts the door, takes this like green tinted, see-through, not really see-through, but like see-through plastic bag.
Translucent bag.
Yeah, translucent bag. And hangs it from the top of the door. So it covers like this much of the top of the door. And I was like, what purpose does this serve? Like,
so after her cult things happened, so we were at the show. It was a day we had a double show. So
it was that because it was wet that day.
Terrible. Yeah, it was raining and like it was wet all day.
Yeah.
So our first show was like kind of in the morning. The second show we did that night was like very wet in the air, and so all the color guards like flags and stuff are like soaked through, like because they're not
totally wet, and our drums were like wet.
Everything was just like wet. And the show actually for the most part went pretty well.
Yeah.
Because our first show was kind of a mess, but the second show went pretty well. But then so where she was talking about where she like put down the drum and like went for the drum break. While we're walking this line, the color guard has to run in and switch flags. So they're supposed to run in behind the ramp and they just have to run between the clarinets. And usually it works, but the problem was this time, since it was so wet outside, their flags weren't up in the air, it was dragging on the ground because like, you know, water makes it heavier. Yeah, so it was like dragging on the ground. So the color guard runs between myself and the person in front of me, and their flag is dragging on the ground, and you can see where this is going because I'm marching forward. So I step on their flag, she's still dragging it, so I go like face first onto the ground in the middle of a show, like competition,
not like a football game or something.
It's not a football game, it was a competition. So I just go face first, so I had to like grab.
She got up though,
yeah,
like,
I
no
got
one
up.
No one knew that she fell.
No,
so.
I like got up and like went. I was like, ah, and like I was between two seniors in our drill, so like the senior behind me was like, oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
The color guard are like they're prone to accidentally injuring band members because they have so many like objects that are spinning
One time
around.
they like whacked me in the ankle and I was like, thanks.
Yeah, like they do a lot of things like accidentally injuring band members. Like
you know, if you throw big things in the air, they're gonna come down.
I mentioned earlier my section leader got hit with a rifle like towards the end of the season, almost nationals. She got hit with a rifle.
Concussion was out for a week too before nationals.
But then she came back for nationals.
Obviously.
But yeah, so that was. And the funny part is that same flag, like that same color guard person, during a rehearsal tripped the person in front of me.
Okay.
Number 12 is broadly named MetLife at 2 a.m. And I think the reason we're talking about this one is like this is where we thought of the idea of making this channel was MetLife at 2 a.m.
Because we were like, okay, I'm always high, but like comes with being in Drumline.
I feel like this is the thing with a lot of people. The later it gets, the more high you feel. Like you just
after
like,
band, like
yeah, you're just kind of like you're like delirious. So like for me,
you're like asleep, but you're not
asleep.
So it's like
so then I'm like basically high. So like basically we sit next to each other on the bus, and then like I think it was after it was after Yamaha.
Talk about things. Like,
yeah, so we started looking at the window, just like looking at like which billboards and like.
Do you remember there was like some dentist billboard that we started laughing at?
Yeah, we started like laughing for like it was not even that funny.
We laughed for like 15 minutes straight for no reason.
It was not even that funny. Like I mean it was funny, but it wasn't that funny. Like we were like looking at the billboard, we're like, yeah, there's like a I don't know, there's like this dude on this billboard. We're like laughing for like 15 minutes. So that was like Yamaha. Then after MetLife, we started like ranting about like
we were mad.
We were kind of mad that we lost again. So we're like kind of.
And then we start being like, honestly, we're just like better than them anyway. So it like turns into like bad things.
No, and then we're just like talking about like ranting about a bunch of stuff, and she's like, I think we should start a YouTube channel with this.
Yeah, because there's so many.
It's like we complain about like so many. Okay, I don't want to call it complain. That sounds bad.
It's
we like rant about a lot.
It's not ranting. It's not like ranting. Like I don't like
stories.
This.
It's just like stories and like going through things.
Just like goes on forever.
Yeah, it's just
this thing.
Long conversations about like something.
So yeah. One time we were going. It was East Brunswick competition, and there was a car. Do you remember that? Okay, the buses were going, and our band director, like the music band director, not like the.
Oh, I remember that.
Right?
Okay,
so
yeah, keep going.
we stopped at like a red light, I think.
Yeah.
And there was this car. I think it was close to Halloween. I think because I think the girls in the car were going to a Halloween party because they had like cat makeup, you know, basic girls cat makeup and like the ears and whatever. And they were driving on the wrong side of the road.
It was so great.
So we're on the right side, right? So we're stopped at the red light.
Yeah.
It's like 4 buses in a row, and these girls are on like the lane that turns right. They're like in the other way, like they're going the wrong.
Yeah, they're facing the wrong direction on the road.
And they're stopped too. They're not even like trying to get out. They're just like, and I saw them sitting in the car laughing. I saw them laughing, and the car is like, they're like, and I'm like,
and our band director that was
cursed. She didn't.
Yeah, she did. She was
cursed.
like, what are, like, she goes, what the f are you doing?
Yeah.
And like just out loud, she turns around and goes, sorry, but like, what are you doing? And we all look out the window, there's a car facing the wrong way. We're like, what? What is
They were probably going to like a Halloween party.
Yeah,
They're probably drunk.
It was really funny though.
Probably they were.
It was just funny seeing our band director like that, because like she's usually not, like she's usually.
I mean, we left. We didn't like.
Yeah.
Red light turned green.
Yeah.
Bye.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, that's band pretty much.
Hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment anything. What band? Like, is your band good? Do you like your band? What do you play?
If you're in band.
Well, yeah.
That was the first
If
question.
you're not in band,
are you in band?
Join band.
If you're not in band, if you're in orchestra, you're disgusting. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
orchestra is cool too, but like those are like separate people, separate entities.
Yes.
But like,
yeah. So
maybe after watching this video, you don't
like,
understand what orchestra
comment,
is like.
subscribe, please. Yes. And yeah, go follow her on her channel. Turn on the little notification thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram.
We made Instagram.
Yeah,
and
we'll link it down below
there because we'll do like updates and stuff, and we can probably live stream with each other there.
Stay posted for more videos. Don't worry, non-bandies. It won't be all marching band and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Sit straight.
I am.
Not that straight. That's weird. But like,
I'm emerging from my cocoon.
said Rav frog and like I don't know, do this.
It has to start with the first
It's a
letter.
chicken. It's a chicken.
No,
I did
know.
this.
I know. I don't know what frogs are walking around like this.